Hi there, and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. I'm Faygo Dreamin' on such a winter's day. Ah, ah, you get it. Welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. That's right, we are back with a Faygo soda. It was surprising to me as I was looking back through all the sodas that I have tried over the past, well, frankly, several years, but and specifically with the history of this channel. Looking back at all the sodas I tried, only to discover that I had only tried one Faygo soda on the channel, and it was the Firework soda when we were comparing it with the Mountain Dew equivalent. Um, I guess welcome to the first real Faygo-centric soda challenge, I guess. I don't know if I'm calling them challenges or not. But today we are trying Faygo's Dreamin' Orange Creme. I'm a sucker for creamsicles. My mom used to love them too. And so I'm kind of excited about trying this. But before we get into trying the soda, we of course have to do a little bit of history. And since we haven't had a real Faygo focused channel or soda on the channel before, let's roll with it. For those of you who don't know, Faygo is a Detroit centric soda. It is all over the US, but its roots are in Detroit. Um, it started out in 1907 with two brothers, Ben and Perry Feigenson, who were bakers and decided to branch out and I guess get a little more yeasty. But instead of putting that yeast in cakes, they put it in beer and also had mineral water and soda water. Now, I had always heard with Faygo's weird soda flavors that it was based on icing, and I did some research, of course, for the channel. And sure enough, the first original Faygo flavors that weren't mineral water or plain soda water, because, ugh, sorry y'all, I'm not here for it. But the first ones that were based off that were actually based off of the Feigenson brothers' cake icing recipes. Um, so the first three flavors they rolled out with in 1912. Now, as I noted, the business started in 1907, and by 1912 they were like, we gotta try something new. So they rolled out three new flavors in their soda water: fruit punch, strawberry, and grape. And I don't know about you, but when I think of cake icing flavors, I think of those three flavors. Anyway, who am I to judge? With those flavors, Faygo really took off, and by the 1920s, they changed their name. Um, Now, the way the Encyclopedia of Detroit, shout out Detroit Historical Society, um, and other people kind of hand wave it is, oh, they decided that their name was more marketable, shortened, or the company name. I would also like to just, again, completely unfounded, would like to add a counterpoint, which was, gee, they were next to Dearborn. And you know who was in Dearborn at the time, espouting a lot of anti Semitic malarkey? That's right, Henry Ford. Um, I might somewhat suppose that anti Semitic feelings were prevalent, and perhaps to get away from those and to make sure that their company remained profitable, the Feigenson brothers changed their company name to Faygo, which doesn't sound Jewish at all. Now, I really don't have anything to truly land on, but I don't think that's an unreasonable assumption to make. Um, just putting that energy out there. But hey, the name change worked, and so they went from strength to strength. By the 1940s, the brothers had retired and handed it off to their sons, and the sons did great guns with their development of the company. They, for example, managed to filter the water so they could actually distribute Faygo in a wider area so it didn't just explode on people's shelves. That feels like a good one. Um, they also got some of the OG Muppets, not Kermit, but some of the OG Muppets to show up in a Faygo commercial in the 1950s. But most importantly to their expansion, they started having advertisements in the late 60s on Detroit Tigers baseball games. And so with that, people who were listening to the game in the region, the Midwest region, start hearing about Faygo, and of course that expands the need and the interest. So they went from strength to strength. Unlike some of the older classic sodas we've talked about on the channel, by the 1980s, the Feigensons, the family, had sold their soda to a distributor, so no longer with the family. But as of today, there are over 50 flavors of Faygo. Faygo, and like they have branch offs like Ohana, Arctic Sun, things like that. But I have to admit, as I was reading about that, I did briefly consider a year of Faygo. But there's too many like unique sodas that come out during the year that I kind of want to leave that open for myself. But maybe I'll do a month of Faygo down the line. Who knows? Um, anyway, also Faygo is known today for its association, willing or not, with the Insane Clown Posse. Whoop whoop, Juggalos. They do Faygo. They do Faygo. What do you call that? No, it's not Faygo celebrations. But anyway, they douse their audiences in Faygo. Faygo, for their own right, says that they prefer to keep a healthy distance from Insane Clown Posse. I'm not here to judge either way. With that, let's take a look at the Faygo bottle. Faygo's design always looks about the same. You've got the classic like Faygo font, and you have like the well, frankly, just the font. It you can see from here, Dreamin. You can see very basic creamsicle, pops and oranges. There's really not a lot to write home about with this design. But a lot of the Faygo bottle, a lot. All of the Faygo bottles from the Faygo brand look like this. They just have different colors based on the soda that they're based off of. So it's not particularly exciting, but distinctive. With that, okay, yeah, this really does smell like a creamsicle. You get the orange, but you get like the vanilla undertone underneath it. I'm very intrigued by this. Uh, let's see how this goes. That's pretty buck wild. Like it tastes delicious. Let's be straight, but it really does taste like I'm eating a creamsicle. You get like that orange sherbet taste on the outside, and then the inside you get like the creamy vanilla ice cream. And I don't know how Fago does it, but they really have managed to emulate that. You do get both like the sort of acidic, sherbety flavor, and but it also leaves. I don't want to say a creamy aftertaste because that's what's happening. It's all bubbly in my mouth, but it leaves a vanilla aftertaste as if what's left of the ice cream in this metaphorical creamsicle has melted on your tongue. Um, that's really really good. I If you like creamsicles, go get this. If you don't like creamsicles, obviously don't. But like, this is super good. Get after it. I would, if I had to ding it, it doesn't make me taste the popsicle at the end, the popsicle stick. I guess I don't know, but it's quite good. A plus plus. Would drink again. And probably when I turn off the camera, I'll drink more of it. Um, with that, I don't want to say I'm done for the year, but I'm pretty much done for the year. Thank you for riding out with me in 2023. It was weird. It was wild. It was probably, to be perfectly frank, viewers, one of the longest years of my life. I've really enjoyed this year having you all with me as I try new sodas and experience new things. And I really want to thank you all for your support. And thanks, I guess. I don't really have a lot else to say, but I really appreciate your engagement every week and your responses and comments on the videos and talking with me. So, next week, I am going to try my hand at a little bit of video editing, and I'm going to try to provide a top five sodas that I've tried this year. We'll see if that works out. If not, maybe I'll just be back on here recording and telling you what I thought about my top five. But until next time, drink weird. And uh, I was gonna try to make an insane clown and posse joke, but all I got was like Faygo dreaming ain't nothing to fuck with, which is a Wu-Tang Clan. So Faygo soda ain't nothing to fuck with. See you next time.